that you arrived just in time. I was about...
Hi, whoa, okay, sorry. Congratulations.
James is both bewildered and distressed. Max antipathy toward her.
Believe me, this is not the way I wanted to be proved right.
Willow will no longer be collaborating with you on the new... She's resigning her position there and she's returning to GH.
I made things complicated.
It is the only way to make things better.
Medication for bipolar has been off for a while.
Trying to impress over my dead body.
Drew is giving off some serious predator vibes with Willow, and it's just uncomfortable to watch. If the writers want Willow to have an affair, why not introduce a hot, young doctor? That would be so much more interesting and less creepy. Speaking of creepy, Drew's behavior with Willow is just wrong on so many levels. He's currently involved with Nina, yet he's also making moves on her daughter, Willow. And let's not forget, Willow is married to Drew's nephew, Michael. That kiss between Drew and Willow should never have happened, and it's clear Drew wants more than just that kiss. This whole situation is a mess, and Drew's actions are beyond creepy. Now let's talk about Tracy's spot-on advice to Brooklyn: stay away from Natalia, even if it's for Sunny. Tracy knows what's up, and she's right. Getting involved with Natalia is just asking for trouble. On another note, Mac was totally out of line today. He shouldn't have taken out his anger at Cody on an 8-year-old boy. Telling James he can't ride horses with Cody because of personal issues is unfair and not cool. As for Cody Bell, he's the son of Mac Scorpio and the late Dominique Baldwin. He has a stepsister, Maxie Jones, a brother-in-law, Damian Spinelli, a stepmother, Felicia Scorpio, 2 nieces, Georgie Jones Spinelli and Bailey Louise Jones, and a nephew, James West. Cody has a complex family tree on GH, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But back to the Drew or Willow situation. What will Willow do when she finds out about Nina and Drew? It's bound to create more drama, but in my opinion, this storyline needs to end. This might be an unpopular opinion, but when Drew and Willow kissed, it wasn't that serious for Drew. He's an experienced man who has been with many gorgeous women. For him, it was just a moment. But for Willow, it's like she's developed a schoolgirl crush and can't even be around Drew without getting flustered. Since that kiss, Drew hasn't made any moves towards Willow. Even though they were both wrong, Willow is the one who actually committed adultery. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Lois needs to realize that Brooklyn is a capable businesswoman who doesn't need constant supervision. While it made sense for Lois to approach Sunny initially to ensure he was using clean money, today's decision to accompany Brooklyn to Sunny's was unnecessary. Brooklyn is her boss, and Lois should respect that and stay in her lane. Let's give Maxie some well-deserved credit. She's looking fantastic and is a phenomenal actress. Her weight loss journey is truly inspiring, definitely motivating me to stay on track with my own goals. I could barely tolerate Natalia when she was with Blaze, and I certainly don't want to see her without Blaze. Thankfully, Tracy seems to have her head on straight. As for Sunny, seeing Nina practically beg Drew to stay was cringeworthy. She's dangerously close to competing with Willow, but she won't win. Drew is about to fully embrace his Quartermaine roots. He's a Quartermaine through and through. I appreciate that Willow is cautious about crossing any more lines than she already has. She's doing the right thing. When the truth about the kiss comes out, a lot more people are going to be upset. Drew should just move to Washington, D.C. and be done with it. While I've enjoyed seeing Tracy's softer side lately, I also love her tough persona. Her oh hell no reaction to bringing Natalia on board is absolutely spot on. They're turning Drew into a creepy character, and it's hard to watch. Even when he just stands there looking at her, it comes off as unsettling. He should have controlled himself the first time. Now, it's almost like he's stalking her. The kiss between Drew and Willow was awkward, especially considering the fact that Drew just kissed his nephew's wife on the 4th of July. That's so wrong. Tracy never disappoints, and Brooklyn shouldn't be surprised by her response. Tracy's over my dead body reaction to Sunny's money being tied to deception was classic. Will Granny change her stance for Brooklyn? I guess we'll see. Lois is spot on. Sunny's definitely trying to impress the new woman in his life. Finally, a yay for Sasha and Cody. It's about time. James is absolutely adorable, and I really miss his dad, Nathan West. The show just isn't the same without him. Mac is going to regret pushing Cody away and not building a relationship with his son. Now, James has run off from the park to be with Cody and ride horses, but no one at the park even realizes he's gone. Just wait until they find out. They'll all be blaming each other. My heart aches for James, and Mac needs to swallow his pride. I can't blame Tracy one bit for not wanting Sunny's money involved. Gio is sharp and perceptive. He knows associating with Ava Jerome, an unrepentant baby killer, would be disastrous for his image. He should distance himself before she ruins him, like she ruins everything and everyone else she touches. Ryan needs to back off. It's clear he's trying to worm his way into her life, always inserting himself front and center. Yuck. I really hope Willow and Michael don't break up. I like them together. They're married, have 2 kids, and they're a family. I hope Willow goes back to nursing. Willow, Drew, and Nina are getting on my nerves. Willow is constantly eyeing Drew, and he's completely clueless about the situation. This could be solved in 2 seconds. All Nina has to do is tell Willow that she's sleeping with Drew, and that would put an end to all of it. I'm not sure what GA's goal is for the Drew character, but if it's to gross out viewers, mission accomplished. He's coming across as creepy rather than a romantic lead. I love Sasha and Cody together. I really hope Mac gets over his grudge and doesn't keep losing valuable time with his son. It's frustrating to see an adult like Mac telling James he can't do something just because he's angry. That's not how you handle a situation with a child. It's totally out of line. As for Lois, she needs to learn when to stay quiet. Brooklyn is an adult and fully capable of making her own decisions. As for the Bank of Sunny, I'm really not a fan of Natalia, so I'm hoping she heads back to Puerto Rico. The Drew and Willow situation is definitely going to blow up. Like I mentioned before, Willow was clearly excited about the kiss, and now she's trying to distance herself because she's scared it could lead to something more if they spend more time together. They seriously kicked Blaze to the curb and kept the homophobic parent. I knew when Christina and Blaze were singing Natalia's praises in that interview that this was the direction they were going, and it's just ridiculous. I genuinely don't care about her at all. Mac is being stubborn, and we need to move past this. We need more deception, but leave the mob out of it. Please stop inserting Sunny into everyone else's stories. And yes, to more Drew and Willow drama, because without it, Willow is pretty much useless and boring. Brooklyn is a beautiful girl, and like many of us, she's got a little extra weight. But why do they keep dressing her in such unflattering clothes? That red outfit she had on yesterday, what were they thinking? Does Willow really believe that quitting her job at the Institute is going to solve the issue of staying away from Drew? How about the fact that they live in the same mansion and are bound to run into each other? She's already struggling to resist the urge to kiss Drew because she can't stop thinking about him. I do believe Willow genuinely wants to be a nurse again, but after what happened, it's only going to make things more complicated. Brooklyn thought she could navigate around revealing who the benefactor is to take deception to the next level because she knew how her grandmother would react. But the more she tried to skirt around mentioning the individual by referring to a bank, the more she should have realized that Tracy is too wise and savvy not to see right through her. It's been a few years since Brando died, and while Cody has been on the show for 2 years, I don't think the storyline has been dragged out. This is Sasha's journey of healing from Brando's death. I just hope this ridiculous kiss between Drew and Willow doesn't lead to Michael and Willow divorcing. This plotline is even worse than Drew and Nina's. And Sunny funding anything because of Natalia? Tracy strikes back, no surprise there. Her over my dead body reaction to Sunny's money being tied to deception was classic Tracy. As for Drew, he needs to leave Willow alone. She's married to Michael, and when Michael finds out that Drew kissed Willow, he's going to lose his mind. The Drew and Willow storyline is abysmally written. It's a terrible plot that makes no sense. This whole hero worship thing is just nonsense, and Drew isn't that kind of guy. Turning him into something he's not is a gross misrepresentation of the character and the actor. By the way, it's hilarious that the pharmacist's name is Clement Moore, just like the author of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. The scene where someone falls out of the window into the pool was great, but everything else has been dragging. Can we get rid of some of these boring characters and bring back Michael Easton, Roger Howarth, and M. Raylan? What's wrong with GH? Listen to the viewers, please. Lois needs to go back home. I used to like her back in the day, but now she's just annoying. Mac isn't James' father, he has no say. And Drew? Kick him to the curb, he's coming off as a total creep. The writers have ruined the show. After watching for 43 years, I can confidently say that this is some of the worst writing I've ever seen. The scenes are downright ridiculous. I don't want Sunny burdened with the writer's desperate attempts to keep Natalia in town. He has bigger issues to deal with and relationships to mend. Don't waste airtime on her showing up at his apartment. She's unlikable, unnecessary, and needs to go. We barely get to see our favorites like Sam and Liz, but Natalia is on 3 days in a row. No chemistry, no interest. Blaze is gone. Natalia should join her. Sunny is a family-first man, and Christina is his beloved daughter. He would never tolerate Natalia's comments about her. Kudos to GA for Tracy's wardrobe. Instead of dressing her like she's Lois' age, they've made her look fashionable and age-appropriate. She looked great yesterday in Isle Jacobson's shoes. Love mine too, and I get compliments all the time. I've been watching GH since I was 10, just 6 months after the show started. Even my Baba learned her 5 words of English from GH. Yes, Drew is a creep, but what's wrong with Willow? She's a grown woman supposedly in love. Where are her morals? Show some restraint. To be fair, Willow is trying to show some restraint. That's why she resigned from the foundation, to stay away from Drew. But he's basically stalking her, making it even harder for her to shake those creepy feelings. And that breakfast scene at the boathouse? Hard to watch. Lois was hogging the caviar like there was no tomorrow. Watching her overload her bagel was bad enough, but putting that caviar spoon in her mouth? Yuck. No manners for a Quartermain girl. I'd love to know how Kirsten Storm's Maxie lost her weight. She looks fantastic. It doesn't hurt to ask, but wow, some of these comments are intense. Sure, this question has been asked a few times, but not everyone is going to scroll through all the posts to find an answer. If you see this question again, just scroll on by. Is Jason officially back working for Sunny? This Nina or Drew or Willow storyline is disgusting. Drew is so arrogant and condescending. All the flirting with Michael Wright there makes me want to throw up. He's grooming Willow while taking advantage of Nina. And how desperate must Nina be to let him treat her like that, especially knowing what he's doing to Willow? Nina and Willow should both sue him for sexual harassment and take over Aurora. I'm glad Eva, Natalia, isn't going anywhere. She's a beloved daytime soap star, and she'll rise above this last storyline. Mac, I absolutely agree with Felicia and Maxie. This has gone way too far. Punishing James for what happened isn't fair. Cody is your son. He needs his father. Come on, Mac. I'm not asking you to open the door all the way, just a little. Cody needs you. He's part of your family. You're better than this, Mac. You know better than this. You raised Maxie, Georgie, and Robin better than this. And if Georgie were alive today, She'd be begging you to bring Cody into the family. She'd be thrilled to finally have a brother. Cody has been lost and alone for years with his walls up. But since he stepped into Port Charles, those walls have started to come down, brick by brick. Now he's ready to open the door to you and have a relationship. Don't shut that door in his face. Cody has slowly let his guard down, and it's taking him longer, but at least he's starting to open up to you now. Willow did the right thing by walking away from Drew. Hopefully, she knows what's at stake and won't cross that line again, hurting Michael and his family. When Michael finds out about Drew, he can forget about being in politics. Michael is going to smear his name big time. Brooklyn needs to stand up for herself. Just like Blaze told Natalia where to go, she needs to do the same thing to Lois, too controlling. Why is Willow acting like a dog in heat? Control yourself, woman. You're married to a handsome young millionaire. You could have worse problems. She is trying to create boundaries, but Drew just keeps walking over them. She knows right from wrong, so she's trying to remove herself from situations that make it harder to do the right thing. I admire her for that. John Cates needs to get a life. The fact that he's hiding Sonny's pharmacist, knowing he messed with his meds, is ridiculous. He's counting on Sonny to retaliate without knowing Sonny's been medicated. I have to express my distaste for Nina. First, she's clueless. Maxie built the magazine into what it is today, and Nina altered it. Second, I find it unappealing how this unattractive woman has garnered the attention of multiple men. Meanwhile, Willow is unknowingly emulating her mother's behavior, and I can't wait for the moment she discovers her mother's relationship with her husband's uncle. I hope Michael tells her the truth before she finds out herself. Michael deserves better. He's accepted Nina as his wife's mother after all that drama and become part of that complex family. On a positive note, I'm thrilled to see Jason back. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.